Hello and welcome to this webinar on Wellbeing Tips for Parents and Carers, presented by MPFT's Children and Young People's Mental Health Participation Team. Today we will look at what wellbeing is and why it's important, how to take care of and improve our wellbeing, and how to support the wellbeing of others. So, what is wellbeing? The Oxford English Dictionary defines well-being as the state of being comfortable, healthy or happy. This includes lots of other factors, such as how satisfied people are with their lives, their sense of purpose, and how in control they feel. It can be helpful to think of well-being as a wheel, with all of the different aspects of our lives working together and having an effect on how we feel overall. There are many benefits, both physical and mental, to being secure in our well-being, including feeling better able to cope with challenges, a reduced risk of physical illness, such as heart disease or strokes, and feeling more enjoyment in life. Well-being is important because it's related to life satisfaction. The more satisfied we are with our lives, the more we will get out of each day. Being secure in our own well-being can also help us to be a positive influence on the people around us as well, helping us to reduce stress and anxiety and promote better mental health. One way we can gauge how satisfied we are is by looking at our happiness. While it may be unrealistic to try and feel 100% happy 100% of the time, when we take time to look after our well-being, we should be able to feel content most of the time. Having secure well-being is also linked to improved resilience, which can help us to overcome negative experiences and challenges that we face in life. Our well-being is very strongly linked to our emotional and mental health. The Department of Health found that about 16% of adults and 10% of children are affected by mental ill health, which can be caused by a variety of factors, such as relationship breakdowns, bereavement, work or school stress, as well as conditions such as depression or anxiety. Mental health and emotional health are connected, but they are not the same thing. Mental health is our overall psychological well-being, and it's about how our brains function. This can mean it's influenced by traumatic events we've experienced in our lives, or by our biology, genetics, and brain chemistry. Our emotional health is more focused on our feelings and how we choose to deal with them. It means being aware of our emotions, accepting them, and expressing them in a healthy way. Our emotional health is influenced by our emotional intelligence skills, such as empathy and self-regulation. As we have seen, our overall well-being is made up of many different factors. Taking care of our well-being therefore needs us to look at all of these aspects. It can feel like a challenge to make time in busy lives for this, so it makes sense to look for quick and easy ways we can make a difference for ourselves. This short video, produced by mental health charity Mind, looks at 5 ways we can prioritise our well-being in our day-to-day lives.
The 5 ways to well-being are daily actions to help you feel better and cope more easily with life's challenges. Number 1 is connect with people. Feeling valued and having close relationships improves well-being, so it's important to have conversations with people. Number 2 is be active. Regular physical activity can lower rates of depression and anxiety. Being active can range from running marathons to morning stretches. Number 3 is take notice of what's happening in the present. For example, you could break habits by trying a different route to the shops or start a daily meditation. Number 4 is keep learning. It improves self-esteem and well-being. You could sign up for classes on something you're interested in or learn a new skill. And finally, number 5 is to give. Acts of kindness can increase well-being. You could volunteer, donate to charity, or simply be kind to the people around you. Give them a try and see how they improve how you feel. There's more support and information about mental health on our website.
Let's think in more depth about social well-being. It allows us to build and maintain healthy relationships. Having a good support network around us improves our mental health and reduces stress levels, while social interaction with friends, family and colleagues can help improve our confidence and self-esteem. Having better social well-being overall can result in us feeling happier and improves our enjoyment levels. It also allows us to develop the skills to create communities and to feel safe. To help us feel valued and closer to others, we need to connect with people. Everybody has different ways of enjoying socializing. Some might prefer a quiet catch-up with a friend, while others are most happy at the centre of a loud and lively family party. There's no right or wrong way to connect with people, so try whatever feels right for you personally. You also don't have to connect face to face. Technology makes us able to talk to people on the phone, through text or via emails. Our physical well-being can influence both our physical and mental health. Just a little activity each day, such as going for a walk, jog or swim, can make a big difference to our physical well-being and mental health. Studies have shown that getting active can help you to sleep better, have happier moods, and reduce feelings of stress, anxiety, and those racing thoughts. A great way to get moving is to go walking. It will burn calories, release endorphins, and it's completely free. You can also easily make it a part of your daily routine by taking a stroll on your lunch break or walking to work. We also need to make time for our mental well-being. You could think of this as how we are feeling and how well we're coping with the ups and downs of our day-to-day lives. Looking after our mental health and well-being can help improve the relationships we have with those around us. It decreases the risk of experiencing mental illness. Taking care of our mental well-being can lead to us feeling happier and feeling much less stressed, and it helps us to feel able to cope with life's challenges. Being aware of our feelings and emotions contributes to good mental health and can help us understand what can trigger our low moods or anxieties. One way that we can try to be more in the moment is by practicing mindfulness and taking the time to notice what is around us in each moment. Trying out new hobbies and activities can be a fun way to keep learning. Learning doesn't have to be formal, and it certainly doesn't have to happen at school. In the side image, you can see some of the mental health benefits associated with learning a new language. Many of these could also be found by taking an art class, joining a sports team, or taking part in a book club. Developing new skills can help boost our self-esteem and give a sense of achievement as we complete the goals we have set for ourselves, and helping us to feel more in control of our lives. Giving something back to others can also help improve our mental health. In the side image, you can see some findings from research into the link between well-being and giving back. Being active in our communities can help us to feel happier and more secure in our well-being. We don't need to contribute financially. Sometimes the most valuable thing we can give is our time. You could look into local volunteer groups, sign up to a charity, or help out at a food bank. As parents, it can be hard to find space in your day to make time for yourself. We can often feel as though we are busy all of the time, managing the mental load of housework, jobs, schools, pets, and so on. It's important to make time for your own mental well-being, to make sure that you can help look after the well-being of those who depend on you. A common way to describe this is filling your own cup. You have to keep your cup full because you can't pour from an empty one. We also have to remember to be kind to ourselves. It's important to be proud of achieving your goals, no matter how large or small they may be. Remember to give yourself a pat on the back when things go right. We also need to regularly check in with our minds. It's important to recognize what we are feeling and how that could affect our thoughts and behavior. Having an awareness of our mood and being confident to discuss our emotions with our families is a good way to keep track of how you're doing. It can also be worth reaching out to wider parent networks. When we're struggling, it can be good to connect with others in similar situations and share both the problems and the solutions. Talking with other people who can support us without judging, comparing, or competing is great for our well-being. If you have a Facebook account, it can be a great place to search for local parent groups in your area. Many groups now also meet online, which can make it easier to balance getting support with our childcare responsibilities and tasks inside the home. It's also really important to try and stick to a structure. Having the structure of a daily routine in life can help our well-being. Staying focused, knowing what happens next, and feeling proud of achieving the goals we have set makes us feel good. Keeping to a routine can also be helpful when building our sleep habits or working an exercise plan into our lives. One way that we could describe the steps we take to look after our mental health and well-being is self-care. Anything you do for yourself can be seen as self-care. Often, this can be seen as something indulgent, such as eating chocolates in the bath or going on a holiday. In reality, it can be more like taking 5 minutes to calm your mind during a stressful commute, or going to bed early to ensure a good night's sleep. It's important to give this time to yourself so that you can make sure your well-being is the best it can be by doing things for yourself that you enjoy. There are some misunderstandings or myths about self-care, as you can see in the side image. It's important to remember that looking after yourself isn't an indulgence. It's helping you be the best version of yourself and being the best parent that you can be. By taking some time for yourself, you can benefit your whole family. Just as adults must take care of their well-being, so do children and young people. By following your own self-care steps and strategies, you will be modelling how to deal with emotions in a healthy and positive way. Explain that it's normal to feel sad, worried or scared at times. It can be worth sharing times you too have felt these emotions and the ways you found to overcome them. It's always worthwhile to remind children and young people that talking about how they feel with a trusted adult can help them to feel better. Resilience is how we deal with life's challenges and bounce back from them. It's not a skill we're born with. Instead, we learn it from those around us. The most important way to support a child or young person's emotional well-being is by helping them to build resilience. You can do this by being open and talking to them about their feelings and how they can deal with them. Encourage them to speak about themselves in a positive way. Praise their successes by being specific about what was good, as this will help them to build their belief in themselves. Self-belief is crucial for building resilience. While it can be developed through praise, it's also important to think about our reactions when things go wrong. Mistakes are how we learn, so we need to look at them as an opportunity, not as a disaster. It can be common to hear, "I can't do it," or "I'm rubbish at." This is when we use the power of yet. Yet is a magical word that we can add on to the end of any sentence and turn it from a negative to a positive. So instead of saying, "I can't do this," we say, "I can't do this yet," meaning that we're working on it and improving as we try. Model how to react to change and difficulty. Always remind a child or young person that we can all change, grow and improve. Thank you for watching today's webinar on wellbeing tips. If you would like any documents to help explore and support your wellbeing, or if you have any questions about this webinar, you can contact us at participation@mpft.nhs.uk. If you need urgent mental health support, please call our 24-hour support lines listed on the screen.